Hey guys, this is Akshaya from Relive Art Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to paint Snowdrop flower in watercolor. I'm using Arch's 100% watercolor paper. As you can see, I have already done the sketching part. I have also applied masking fluid on the entire sketch. I have used Winsor and Newton masking fluid. For the background, I'm using Daniel Smith's Lunar Blue, Violet, Cerulean Blue, Quinacridone Rose, and White Knight's Green, Emerald Green, and Sennelier's Burnt Sienna. For the flower, I'm using Daniel Smith's Quinacridone Rose, Cerulean Blue, Ultramarine Blue, and Winsor and Newton's Payne's Grey, and White Knight's Emerald Green, and Sennelier's Burnt Sienna. You can choose your own colors for the background. I'm lifting my paper by keeping some object underneath. I have already started by wetting my paper and I have taken Lunar Blue here. Before you start painting, we must wait for masking fluid to dry completely, then only start painting. Now I'm taking violet color. These brush strokes with different colors overlap with each other and the paint flows freely between them. This results in smooth gradation of colors without any sharp borders between brush strokes. Because the color varies from one area of an artwork to another, this painting method is called a variegated wash. I'm taking a bright color, cerulean blue, and little bit of green here. This is a wet on wet technique as well as a variegated wash. So you have to remind yourself that the colors may look more lighter when they dries up. I think the violet looks little dark, so I'm mixing a little bit of quinacridone rose. This is ultramarine blue. I'm taking violet again and applying it on the edge of the flower. I do not have to fear about the flowers as it's completely covered by masking fluid and the colors doesn't flow inside. I want to lift some colors here. I'm able to lift colors because of this cotton paper and Princeton Neptune synthetic brush. Now I'm making random brush strokes of emerald green, which is my favorite color. I'm making sure to leave some white space in the right side of the painting. I took White Knight's green again. I'm trying to sprinkle some water here to get the cauliflower effect. Look at that beautiful blooming effect. Adding some warm color here, taking burnt sienna from my palette. Now wait till the paint dries completely. Let's remove the masking fluid. One more important thing I do is to wipe the colors on the masking fluid with a wet paper towel so that the colors don't flow to the white area through my fingers. White flowers looks beautiful at this stage of painting too. Let's start painting the leaf now. Again, I am doing a variegated wash. I am taking thin consistency of cerulean blue, mixture of cerulean blue and ultramarine blue, and a thick consistency of ultramarine blue. Want to carefully leave some white space on the left side of the leaf as a highlight. I dropped little emerald green here. Now I took green color. I'm slowly building the dark green color. I'm making sure to leave white space in the left side. It looks to me like there is some sunlight here. For the top part of the snowdrop, I am taking very thin consistency of green. You can see sharp lines here. Again, I'm taking green color and making a slight variation. In the left side, there's a light green, and in the right side, there's a dark green. And making sure to leave white space again. I am taking dark green color here. For this leaf, I am taking lighter green color by mixing little bit of Hansa Yellow and a dark green stroke. I am thinking to include a leaf which is dried, so I am using here yellow ochre color and violet color for the background. For the next stem also I am taking dark green. And I'm going to lighten it in the end of the stem. Now I'm trying to lift some color as the color went a little bit outside the stem. As you can see, I changed my brush. This is a synthetic brush. I am taking dark green color for the next stem too. For the last leaf, I am taking cerulean blue mixed with ultramarine blue and little bit of emerald green. I am making small dots and lines of dark green again. For the flower, I am taking Payne's grey color. I am taking very thin consistency of this color. That means pigment is mixed with more water. Now I am trying to smudge the colors by a wet brush. Let's do it the same way for the other two flowers. I want to take light green for the upper part of the stem. Now I'm mixing little bit of Hansa Yellow with the green. This green is very light. As you can see, I'm taking very less pigment and carefully leaving a white space. Now I am taking dark green color on the right side and little bit of burnt sienna and blending it with green. It's the same for the next flower too. Make sure to leave white space on both the sides. Now I'm taking quinacridone rose for the flower petals. Softening the edges with wet brush. As it is a very thin consistency, it dries very quickly. Now I'm taking ultramarine blue. I like to keep soft edges, so trying to achieve that. Ultramarine blue again. I'm taking quinacridone rose for the left petal and softening the edges. Little bit of ultramarine blue, not very dark, and again softening the edges. I took very little ultramarine blue here. I do not want to paint the bottom part of the petal. Like the previous flower, I took quinacridone rose and ultramarine blue for both the flowers. Now let's take cerulean blue for the outlines. Now I'm taking violet color because we have a violet background there. Maybe you have already guessed it. I am taking cerulean blue here. Softening the edges are so important here. Soft edges demand less attention and are the opposite of the well-defined edges. I'm thinking to include a warm color. I'm taking cadmium yellow and emerald green. As my background color is dried, I have to be very careful while softening the edges. I cannot take lots of water in my brush. Good artists use a wide variety of edges in their paintings, ranging from sharp, well defined edges to blurred and soft. I am trying to lift some paint here. I am rubbing the paper with a wet brush and taking some paint from a wet towel. I dropped some cadmium yellow there. I'm thinking to make a blurry flower in the background, but I am not sure whether it will look good at this point. So I'm taking white gouache and trying in the edge of the background to see how it looks. At this point, I'm thinking it may look good or may not look good. So I'm dropping the idea of making a blurry flower in the background. Previously, I added cadmium yellow here. I don't think it's as much dark as I think so. So I'm adding another layer of cadmium yellow and softening the edges. Added a cadmium yellow leaf and softening the edges of the leaf. While looking into the final picture, I feel like little adjustments should be made here and there. Adding a little bit of cerulean blue where I added a little bit of white gouache. Yes, soften the edges wherever you put the pigment. I'm taking little burnt sienna and little Payne's gray and finishing this flower. I think this is my longest video yet, so I guess it's time we bring this video to an end. And thanks to you lovely people out there for watching. Please hit like, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Bye.